I bet you didn't think that after 3 months of disappearing, I'd be coming out with a Disney Pixar movie review. Let's do this. You know what? Let's get into this review. Onward is directed by Dan Scanlon, starring Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. Now, this movie is not something that I even expected myself to be sitting down and watching on April 5th on a Monday at home, not at college. Because why would a movie that's released March 6th in theaters be streaming to Disney Plus for free directly to my basement to cater to my boredom? We're in a weird situation right now, that's why. And I decided to sit down and watch this movie because it looked interesting. I'm not normally a Disney Pixar kind of guy. Those movies do not appeal to me ever, because why would they? Let's look at the last year for Disney movies. Let's go Frozen 2, remake of The Lion King, remake of Aladdin, Toy Story 4. Those were either sequels or live-action remakes. There's nothing new that comes out from them, so I don't ever watch them. I did see The Lion King, and I didn't like it. I did see Toy Story 4, and I didn't really like it. So I thought, you know what, I'll give this one a shot. Maybe there's something to it. I'm bored. Let's watch this movie. So I sat down this afternoon, and Onward is about two elf brothers, who go on a quest to find a spell so that they can bring their dad back to life for one day. Their dad died before the youngest one, played by Tom Holland, was born due to a sickness, I'm assuming like cancer or something, but they never say, because this world takes place in La La Land. It's a fairy tale. All these creatures, there's magic, there's centaurs, there's elves, there's unicorns, there's pixies, there's, I don't know, fairies, whatever you call those things. It's got all of that stuff, and I kind of like that stuff. Like Dungeons and Dragons, Neverwinter, I love all that stuff. Medieval stuff, Lord of the Rings, love it. Game of Thrones, oh yeah. So, I don't know, maybe Disney would do something good with this. And I gotta say, they really did. This movie was entertaining, and I'm glad I sat down and watched it, because I'm a big Pratt fan, so I thought I'd give that a shot. First, many months ago when I went to go see Toy Story 4, the only trailer preceding that movie did I think, you know what, I'd go see Onward. That's the only one I would go and see. Lo and behold, it's free in my basement on April 5th, so that's what I did. I'm a big Pratt fan, and he's pretty good in this movie. And I wouldn't normally see a Disney Pixar movie, but I pretty much saw it because I like the actors, I like the world that it's set in, so I watched it. Pratt is funny, he's got some kicks, he plays this loser, older brother to Tom Holland, and he's really into like the old times when magic was, that's what people worked on, and like they were proud of what they did. They went on quests and stuff. And Ian, the younger brother played by Tom Holland, is more into he's not really into anything. He's just shy. He's okay with the world around him where people have, or not, they're not people, but characters have built like machines to do things for them because we've gotten lazy. It's just like we've adapted. It was kind of like making fun of us, because at the very beginning it's a wizard creating light, and they're like, but that's hard, and someone like turns on a light bulb and he's like, it's that easy. And so they've lost their ways of doing magic and stuff, but they find out that Ian can actually use magic, so he brings his dad back for a day, but only half of him. They only get the bottom half, so they go on a quest to go get the top half, and they have to do it before sunset. So they go on this adventure in Barley, who's Chris Pratt's character. They go on the adventure in his van, who's Guinevere, who shockingly had more character development than most characters in Toy Story 4. I liked this movie. Disney Pixar did really good with this one, and I watched this with my dad, and I couldn't really tell him that because I was afraid he was going to make fun of me, because it's a movie, it's a children's movie, and normally I wouldn't even like these movies, but I sat down and watched it, and I really liked this movie. I really liked the two characters. They were fun to watch, and it focused on these two characters instead of most Disney Pixar movies like Toy Story 4, which I'm going to pick on because it went all over the place. It focused everywhere. It had to cater to every character liking. And there's really, I didn't care for that movie because of that reason. There's so much going on that I didn't know what I was watching. This one focuses on the two main characters and the half dad, so I guess like 2.5 men. There's not many characters to remember. They do go on a quest. There's some characters that they meet along the way, but they're not hard to remember because the one or two people that they meet, they stay with them in the movie in like separate parts or whatever. Like the mom is chasing after them with a friend that they met along the way, and that's really like the only new character that I remember meeting. Otherwise, there's not much that goes on, and there's like fun stuff, and the ending to this movie was a little cheesy in the sense of the story, but not the moral of the story. I did like the moral of the story. It achieved exactly what every old Disney Pixar movie wanted to do, where you got a lesson out of it, or you felt something from it, like watching Toy Story or The Lion King. I think everyone would say that they've felt like emotion. Lion King, not for me. I don't know why. But everyone always says they get sad when Mufasa dies and Simba runs over. Never really cared for that one. For me, it was Toy Story. Toy Story was always the sad one for Toy Story 3 when Andy leaves them and he says, like, bye, friends, or whatever at the end of the movie. I was like, oh, that's sad. That's what Pixar tries to do. They try to get you to relate to a character through a kid's movie. Even if you're an adult, a teenager, a 19-year-old guy sitting in his basement watching this movie, or even a kid. And I gotta say, they did this really well. It wasn't the best Pixar movie I've seen, but it definitely wasn't the worst, and it definitely is one that I would watch again because I enjoyed it. Well, I do have to say it's weird that I sat down and watched this movie this afternoon, because as I said, these are weird times. I mean, March 6th, this movie was released in theaters. Why is it that April 5th, I'm sitting in my basement watching this movie for free on Disney+? But I kind of like it because guess what? This could change cinema. Our situation could be doing things for the good. I know we're all looking at it right now like, oh, this sucks. Like, I have to stay home. I can't see friends. I can't do anything. I got kicked out of college. I had to come home. I don't have a job or something like that. Like, we all have our downs, our negatives, but good things can come out of this. I know everyone likes going to the movies, or at least watching a movie. Everyone has seen a movie and like, you know what? I like that. That was entertaining. This could change it where you see a movie on TV, you don't have to go to the theaters. You can sit in your basement, maybe even on your phone, on an airplane or bus ride or something, and just say, you know what, that movie came out today, I'll pay the extra price so that I don't have to go interact with people or sit with someone who's going to be on their phone or sit with someone who's going to talk the entire time. I can plug in headphones and watch this movie right here, right now. And I think that is something really cool that can happen. Personally, I love going to the cinema. I hate all those negatives that I just mentioned, people being on their phone, people talking, people scooting past you. I worked at a movie theater, and I've seen some things that I don't want to remember about seats in a movie theater, but this could be good. This could be a door opening as other doors close. And I really like that because, I mean, I told you, I sat in my basement with my dad and watched that today. My dad and I saw a brand new movie that came out in 2020 for free. We have Disney Plus for free for the year. We watched a brand new movie for free, and that's not something I would expect to say out of Disney, who tries to get your money out of pretty much everything. And I thought that was really cool, and I know there are other movies that are doing this too. The Hunt, what is the other one? The Invisible Man. I really wish A Quiet Place would be doing this because I want to see that movie so bad. I love the first one, but Onward was a good movie. I got to see it at home for free, and it's definitely one that I would watch again. So that's really all I have to say about that. I thought I'd add this in there because I know some people are looking at it negative, but there's always a positive and a little bit of darkness, right? Now, this might sound really weird, and I think it's even weird coming out of my mouth, considering I don't like these movies, and I haven't for a long time, and I really didn't think I'd ever see this one, unless I got a free movie ticket. But I'm going to have to give Onward an A-, because I really like this movie. Now here's the real kicker. I usually say, go out and watch this movie, but guess what? You can stay at home right now. Heck, you can sit down. You don't even have to get up from your computer or your phone where you're watching this right now. You can type in DisneyPlus.com. If you have a subscription, There you go. If you don't, it's like $6 a month. You buy 1 month of that, guess what? That's $1 cheaper than most of your children's movie tickets at the cinema. You can see this movie for cheaper and free. I sound like a sales pitch. What am I doing? I don't work for Disney. I hate Disney. But go see this movie. Don't even act like there are other things that you could be doing right now. You have until April 30th here in America to watch this movie. You're supposed to stay inside until April 30th. If you're not staying inside, get your butt on the couch, sit down and watch this movie. It's an hour and 45 minutes, but sit down and watch this movie because I personally liked it. I don't like these movies usually, so it was good to see a new movie. I'm really glad Disney did this. Please sit down and watch it, and let me know what you think of it down below. I mean, what else are you going to do? Sit around and watch paint dry? I get that's pretty entertaining, but this movie might be a little bit better than that. So, yeah, please comment, like, subscribe, and as always, enjoy the movie.